Hey guys, got in late from a trip. It's early in the morning. Need to go to bed. Let's do a quick shave. And so we're just gonna go at it. Palmolive cream, the sensitive kind. Astra Superior Platinum. Not too many uses on the blade. Fat Boy Rhodium plated, and my wolf whiskers brush with the SHD 2-band Manchuria knot from Oumo. And I don't even have my soak cup or my syringe, and we're not going to pause the video. Maybe we'll even do just one pass of, 2 passes instead of 3, because we're just going to make this an abbreviated shave, and maybe we'll learn something. We'll have it set on 3, at least for now. We'll see how the lather feels. And the blade is in. Okay, all right, let me get my face wet. We're not even going to spend time letting my face be wet before we put lather on it. And the reason I chose this cream is because it's a cream. This is a good one too. It gives a very, very slick lather. Really nice. It's got a generic kind of scent to it. So let's just try something, okay? I'm just going to shake a lot of the water off. Not as much as usual. Matter of fact, let me dip back in there and get a little bit more. Mainly, I just don't want it to empty out once I start working it on my face. And we're just going to squeeze. This may be too much. We'll just play with it and see. And we're just going to do a face lather. And if it's not an optimum lather, we're just not going to worry too much about it. You guys see all that water coming out? I thought about taking the paste and rubbing it all over my face, but this seems to work just fine. I've got a little ramekin with water for when I want to add some water to the brush. Now normally I build my lather in a bowl, and I personally would rather do that than build it on my face. See all this movement I'm having to do to build it on my face? It's much simpler to just do it in the bowl. But we're trying something new. This may be a big disadvantage for me to, use too much soap, because then I end up with a much more dry lather than I want. So we've kind of got a nice little lather developing around the outside of the brush. Yeah, it definitely needs more water. Let's get a little bit more water. But this is one of the tedious things I don't like about face lathering, is this adding water over and over and over, and then having the good lather fly off of the brush. All right, let's go with that. Astra is a really good blade that works well in most of my razors, and it's a nice budget blade too. This is cutting really well. No tugging at all, just easily moving and slicing through the whiskers. And yeah, about 24 hours worth of growth today. Matter of fact, we can save a little bit of time. Just kind of reapply. You don't need a thick layer, right? So now second pass. And this is not going to be as good for your skin as a properly hydrated lather, but this is not the kind of shave that I'm going to do all the time. This is just an example of a quick and dirty when you're tired and you just want to get a little bit of a shave done, maybe so that it's not so bad the next day or something like that. And rinse. And we'll just barely splash on some water there, not really do much of a rinse at all. And take the brush again. And that did not feel all that pasty. You know, those other two passes, I was able to add enough water to where it felt pretty good. So that's nice. And cross grain again. And because I left my skin so wet, this is a nice slick lather at this point. The Razor Glide is excellent. And then we will do my, that's it, man, what a great combo of razor and blade. Just effortless cutting, even in that slightly against the grain area right where I just did. And full rinse. And there we go. Full rinse there. And a nice, clean, soapy scent with this Palmolive. And then we'll throw on a little bit of Balm after. This is Stirling's Executive Man that I've been using the last few days on occasion. Closeness is very nice. I'm happy with this shave in terms of results. And other than the rinse, we're looking at less than 10 minutes. You know, pretty good. If I'd used a little bit less soap, I probably could have backed it off even more because I wouldn't have had to keep adding water, you know, that sort of thing. So I believe that this Palmolive is a better cream than Perazzo performance-wise. It is better than Perazzo, Taylor of Old Bond Street, to me, for sure. The scent is the scent, you know, You're going to get many more options with those other two makers. But in terms of performance, this thing beats them easily. I was surprised. And so I was really glad when I remembered. I was thinking, let me use a cream tonight. Don't I have one somewhere? And then I remembered, I was looking through my sample drawer basket thing, and I remembered that there might be some Palmolive in that box, and sure enough there was. And I had used it before, and it really stunned me with the level of slickness and creaminess that it had, even as a cream. All right, well, there we go. We're smelling good. We are shaving. It's irritation free. That's quick and dirty. All right. And what surprised me, I didn't realize that the Astra Platinum was this good with a Fat Boy. I had it set on 3. It cut me very nicely, closely, but the slickness was so good. The protection was there. That setting just seems to be really perfect for me for comfort and closeness, and that's a big win for everybody. So some pretty cool things we learned today by Quick and Dirty Shave, and I'm glad to put another use on that Manchuria knot. It continues to be soft and wonderful, and we've just used it a few times now. Well, there we go. Buzz, if you're watching, I'm sorry that you didn't get to finish your whole sandwich. All right, man. You guys take care. This is Sugar Daddy Shaves, and I hope this one is going to help you out in some way. Take care and good night.